Hi guys, it's Thembi. I hope you're all alright and keeping happy and healthy. Today I am going to show you how to create this purple tone smoky eye look using all Tropic makeup. So let's get into it. Okay, so I've already prepped my skin using the Rainforest Dew Hydrating Serum and the Skin Feast. Make my skin feel really fresh, really nice and smooth. Perfect, nice base for makeup. I always start my makeup with a hydrating spray. This is the Pore Refining Mist, and now I'm applying the Beauty Booster in Rich Mocha. It evens out my skin really nicely, a nice light coverage, and it's got an SPF of 10. Okay, so I've got a nice even layer now of the Beauty Booster, but what I want to do is give myself a little bit more coverage. So I'm going to use this concealer just to just build the coverage where I feel like I need it. Here I'm using the Undercover Cream Concealer in Shell. Right, so I'm happy with my base and how it is at the moment. I'm going to come back to it later to finish it off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump straight into my eye makeup now, and I'm going to use this colour Galaxy. It's a really nice purple shade, and I really like the way that the colour sets off my brown eyes. So let's get to it. So I'll start by applying the Undercover Concealer in Shell as a base. Just keep it simple, use your fingers to apply. This is going to make sure that your eye makeup lasts longer throughout the day and the night. And then I'm going to set using the Mineral Powder in Rich Mocha. So now I'm using the brown silk gel liner to mark out the shape that I want my eye makeup to be. I don't want these lines to be harsh at this stage, so I'm using the shade Cinnamon to blend them out. What I want to do is just create shape and definition in my eye. And I use the exact same technique along my lower lash line as well. Okay, so we're on to the main eyeshadow application now. I am using the shade Galaxy, and I'm using a flat brush to apply this. Now, with the shape of my eyes, when I open my eyes, I don't have that much lid space that you can actually see. So I have to make sure to apply my eyeshadow with my eyes open so I can see where the eyeshadow was going to sit. And then what I have to make sure to do is blend the shadow up and outwards so that I can see it. And then I like to do the same along the bottom lash. You can do this as smoky as you want. I like to make it quite smoky and bring it quite low. I decided I wanted a bit of highlight to the eye, so I've wet my brush with the hydrating spray, and I'm taking the shade Halo and applying it to the centre of the eye, just to add some nice light reflection. Blend through the edges with a bit of that purple eyeshadow, and then do the exact same to the centre of the lower lash line. Remember, no harsh lines. Right, so I'm happy with the intensity and the blend that I've got on my eyeshadow. So what I'm going to do now is create a bit more definition in my lash line, and I'm going to use the Silk Gel Liner in Ebony. I like my eyes to look lifted, so applying a winged liner is a great way of achieving this. And sometimes I like to soften the edges of the line with a smudger brush. I wasn't going to do the liner too defined, but one eye actually looks better. That eye looks better, I think, than that one, so I just wanted to even them out. Right, I'm happy with them now, so I am just going to add a couple of coats of mascara. Make sure you get right into the roots. I like my lashes super voluminous, so a couple of coats and lay it on thick. Right, so now that I've finished my eye makeup, I'm going to move on to my brows. Now, as you can see, my brows are not even in any way, shape or form. They're gappy, I've got no arch here. I mean, this one behaves when I tell it to, but I don't have the nice big bushy brows, so I've got to create them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this carob, and I'm actually going to wet my brush so that I can draw little hair strokes. Okay, we're looking all right. So what I'm going to do now is go back to my base. I'm going to start to highlight and contour, and I'm going to use these Illuma, and I'm going to use Toffee and Chai. So I want to start off in like a triangular shape at the front of the face. bit of this lighter colour, you know, because we like the under eyes to look nice and bright. I like to use a damp beauty drop sponge to blend that in nicely. I like to shape my nose a little bit, so I just take a thin line of the lighter shade of the Illuma down the centre of the nose and blend it through. And I also felt like I needed a little bit more brightness under the eyes, so let's whack a little bit more of that shine on there. Okay, so now I've defined those cheekbones, well, highlighted the cheekbones. What I want to do now is define them, so I'm just using a darker concealer. I don't like to do stripes, just get a bit in the temple there as well. I like to kind of blend as I apply it, just to keep it looking natural. I know I'm wearing quite a heavy look, but I do like it to look as natural as possible. Okay, so now I've done that, I'm going to start to just add a little bit of cream highlight and cream blush. We've got to do all of our cream work before we do any powder work. So I'm just using my finger to just take this cream highlighter and just push it onto the top of my cheekbone. You don't want to go too close to your eye, and you don't want to go too high into the temple either. And you know, as much as I love using brushes, sometimes your fingers are your best tool. So I'm just taking the cream colour blush in Coffee Cherry, and I'm using my fingers to blend it into my cheeks to just give a little flush of colour and a bit of warmth. Right, so now I am going to start to set all this makeup in place. So I'm going to start with my under eye, and I'm going to use the Mineral Foundation in Smooth Caramel. It's because I'm doing a fuller look. So I do want a bit more coverage, which is why I'm using this, and it'll just help with that under eye brightening that I've done as well, because it's a bit of a lighter shade for me. And if you didn't want to add the extra coverage, you could just use the soft focus powder instead. And I don't like to use too much powder either. Just keep it nice and light. I still like my skin to look like skin. Don't want it to look like I've got loads of makeup on. Right, we're nearly done, so I'm just going to finish off with my lips. I like to keep my eyes as focused to the look, so I'm just going to pair it with just a really nice neutral lipstick. I'm going to use Fresh Fig. So I'm taking the lip pencil in Stripped, and I'm shading my whole lip with it. It creates a really nice base for the lipstick and makes the lipstick last longer. And what I'm doing now is I'm taking the brown Silk Gel liner, and I'm using it to create a bit of a contour on my lips. I like my lips to look really nice and full and big, so this is a great way of achieving that look. Make sure to blend it though, we don't want any harsh lines. And can you tell I don't like harsh lines? I've said it about 10 times in this video. I love these lipsticks because they make your lips feel really, really soft. They make them look really nice and plump. And another great thing is they come in recyclable palette form and refillable lipstick form. So it's a lot less waste, which is great. Today I am using the recyclable palette and a lip brush. And that's it. I hope you liked the video. I've used all Tropic makeup to complete the full look, so please do check them out. Let me know what you think of the look, and I'll see you soon.